Welcome back. This is a Manchester United versus Wolves match preview. Still excited about that performance that these players showed in the game against Lyon. They showed that they don't give up easily. They showed that they had that fighting spirit in them, and we ended up winning that game. And that's what you want to see from these players. Week in, week in every match day. They didn't disappoint. I thought that game we almost lost that game against Lyon. I was like, after we were four two down, I was like, well, we're losing this one, but they kept on fighting. They didn't give up because they know they had something to fight for. They know that it's a do or die. It's now or never. It's all or nothing, and we ended up to win that game. You can see that's after we played like 4 games in all competition that winning, and we bounced back in the game against Lyon at Old Trafford, and we won it. And that was an excellent performance, best performance from them, though they lacked control in that game. But at the end of it, they bounced back, and we ended up to win that game 5-4 at Old Trafford. And that's what to expect from this player. They should not give up. They should fight until the end. You can see that game, there were a lot of experience. There are a lot of experience that kind of helped us. Casemiro played that we wrote out in this game. We wrote out in the season, and he showed us that his experience can really help us, and it helped us because he was involved in those 3 games, 3 goals, the first penalty, the 2 goals, the 2 assists, and we won it. And that performance is what I want to see in this game against Wolves. I know in the Premier League, they haven't been showing the best performance. In the Premier League, they haven't been showing the best performance. You can see the last 4 Premier League games, we haven't won any. We have lost 2 and we have drawn 2, which is so frustrating. Looking at our league position, we are 14th in the Premier League with 38 points. The team that is in the 17th position, which is West Ham, was in the 16th position. They have 35 points. You can say if we don't win most of our games, starting from the game against Wolves until the end of the season, if we drop some points, there's a chance we might even end up in that 17th position. And that's not where we want to find ourselves in. That's not where we want to find ourselves. We are Manchester United. We need to at least climb in the league table. You can see the from where we are, 14th position, and the gap between the 14th position until the 8th position is like the points of is it 8 points, 8 to 9 points gap. That's a gap that we can easily close if these players really utilize and win most of the game. The last 6 games, if we win, let's say win all of it, even though I know the last 6 games we have difficult games to play. We still have Chelsea to play against. We still have I think Brentford. We still have Wolves to play. They can do it if they show that fighting spirit that they showed against Lyon, that they can't give up so easily. We can end up at the end of the season probably being even ninth position if these players will win most the last 6 Premier League games. Look at that. Even those teams that are there, they have the teams that are the position 10th and 9th and 8th. Most of those teams are dropping points. You can see Bournemouth dropping points. Fulham think that they drop points. So we need to capitalize when they drop points. Not that if they drop points, we also drop points. We need to capitalize so at least to reduce that gap. Finishing 14th is not where we want to be at the end of the season. That's not United position. Look at our squad, the squad that played against Lyon, so that Amorim will have to risk a squad rotation. You can see against Newcastle United, he did risk. He made some 5 changes, and things didn't go so well because we were focused on Europa League. Now that we are we will also want to rest most of the players, saying that maybe we'll want to be cautious of injuries from them. So we'll have just to rotate this squad, and also probably also even use some of the youth players in this game against Wolves in his squad. So it's a risk thing in terms of squad rotation. He will risk a lot, but you just have to do it because you can see most of those players played almost 120 minutes. Played like Harry Maguire played 120 minutes. Bruno Fernandes played 120 minutes. Casemiro, Diego Dalot, and Onana. You'll just have to risk most of them if you want maybe to be cautious on their injuries, because he did say that we'll have to look at most of those players because of the injuries, because playing 120 minutes and being that you have most of the players that are always injured, so it's a risk that he'll take in his squad rotation. So look at our squad. The goalkeeper position, Onana was rotated in the game against Newcastle United. So in the game against Wolves, Onana will just be available. Onana will just be available. And also the back three, Aiden Heaven wasn't a substitute, so I expect to see Aiden Heaven being available in this game. So I expect to see Aiden Heaven playing as a left centre back. I expect to see Mazu. I expect to see Lenny Yoro playing in this game. I also expect to see Lindelof, because that's my back three that I'll go with. Lindelof, Lenny Yoro, and Aiden Heaven. As my right wing back, Diego Lalocha. Amorim might rest him because you can see the Lord played almost 120 minutes and need a little bit of match rest. So as a right wing back, I see Mazrui will play in that game. Mazrui was subbed off in the second half. In the second half, when the second half started, Mazrui didn't start. I think Amorim did say later say that the reason why Mazrui was subbed off when we were starting the second half because he had some personal issues, and at the moment he's just good. Him and Lindelof left after the first half. Amorim did say they had some personal issues, so at the moment things are just looking good. So much I expect to see him playing at the right wing back. On my left wing back, I'll expect to see Luke Shaw starting that game. Probably Luke Shaw or Amos. Probably Amorim will want to start Amos in that game. Amos in that game, because you can say against Newcastle United, he did play so well against Lyon also when he came in the extra time. He did play so well. Probably Luke Shaw will be used as a substitute. As my left wing back, I'll want to see Ama starting the midfield. Bruno Fernandes played almost 120 minutes, and you can see Bruno Fernandes can't be rested. Let's just say Bruno Fernandes can't easily be rested. So I expect Bruno Fernandes just to be available in that midfield, and also Kobe Mine also I expect him to be available in that midfielder. So my back, my 210 Mount, I expect him to start in that game. You can see Mount came in, I think the 87th minute. So Mount will be more energetic to start in this game against Wolves, and Alejandro Garnacho also he'll be ready to start. You can say Garnacho also was subbed off, I think, in the 87th minute. So Garnacho also will be ready to play. My nine, Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund. We don't have Joshua Zach is out injured, so Rasmus Højlund probably he will start, and Chido Martin, I expect him to become in as a substitute. You can see the last time I saw Chido Martin play for us, I think it was against for some the fake up. Since then, he hasn't been playing that much. He has always been there as a substitute on the bench in the Premier League games. But this game, he need to be brought in. We need to see the best out of him. We need to see the best out of him. As a substitute, will be good. I know this game against Wolves, he can't start. He can't start. You can see Wolves he can't start. Probably that's so I expect to see Rasmus Højlund starting to this game. So you can see that's a score that Amorim will have to risk, and we expect if you risk the score, I know the changes that will be made probably will be say 3 changes in the defense. We'll make some 2 changes in the midfield. Let's say 1 change, and the up front will make 1 change, probably like 5 changes the way he did against Newcastle United. And we expect we win against Wolves. Against although you can see Wolves in the last 4 games. In the last 4 games, they have won two. They have won 2 away games and 2 home games. You can see they haven't lost in the last 4 games. Manchester United in the last 4 games, you can see hasn't been so good in the Premier League. We have lost two and drawn two. So we need to bounce. These players just need to bounce back in winning ways in the Premier League. No excuse, no excuse. The performance that we brought in again, we brought in against Lyon. They showed against Lyon. It's the performance I want to see against Wolves. You can see Wolves. The first leg, the Premier League, they defeated us 2-0. You can see that game, the second half, Bruno Fernandes, in the 47th minute, Bruno Fernandes was sent off. So I'll just want us to win this one. The last time Wolves won at Old Trafford was back in 2022, 3 years ago. That shows that Wolves haven't won here recent. So they need to turn up and win against Wolves. Against Lyon, you can see the music that they made against Newcastle United, against Lyon. They weren't that much mistake. They were composed, they were relaxed, and they knew what they were doing. That's what I want to see in this game against Wolves. So against Wolves, these players just need also to bring that fighting spirit, that energy, that winning mentality. You can see they still have that winning mentality in them, that fighting spirit. So we need to win against Wolves to grab those 3 points at all Trafford. So it seems possible, it looks possible, and that's what I want from these players. They just need to give all their all to get the position that we are. It seems that we can't. It's so hard for us now to reach 40 points. This play, we need to win this game at least to reach 40 plus points. That we have said in that they've stayed having 38 points for the long time. They need us to win this game at least to have 40 plus points. So against Wolves, though it will be a difficult game, a tough game. Look at Wolves' form. So the game that I expect United to win, and winning 2-1. That's my prediction this game, 2-1 United against Wolves. That's all I had for you all. Thank you for watching. Talk to you in the next one.